So I thought this is a surreal thing that we have to watch. Okay, Owen Shroyer.
Oh my God, I've been.
By the way, we've been on this gentleman's show.
Yeah, we've been seeing. I've been seeing this. No, we had never been on his show.
Oh, I'm sorry. We've been on.
I'm not going to give him a pass until he lets us on his show.
Okay, we've been on his show while he's filled. We've been on Alex's show while he filled in for Alex. So, as you know,
that's an ugly judge, man. Oof.
Yeah, I know.
Compared to the last one.
Yeah, so they're trying to get to see how much
$50 million out of Alex's pockets.
Right, basically. And this is the judge getting. Well, I'll just show you.
Co-host with Mr. Jones on Tuesday. Is that right?
Yes.
And
I'm sorry, but has Owen Shroyer just been like? Has he been anywhere but the beach?
Yeah, he's been outside a lot at different rallies and shit, so it makes sense.
I mean, he just looks thoroughly sunburnt. Like, brother, you need to take a day out. Get skin cancer.
That you did a show and then a second show. Is that right?
Yes.
And what were the topics of those two shows? I mean, were any of the topics of those two shows this trial?
Yes.
Okay. Did you and Mr. Jones talk about anything that happened at the trial?
I don't recall exactly what was discussed.
Are they still available for viewing?
I believe so.
So you think you talked about the trial without talking about what happened?
So now they're saying that Owen Shroyer in the show talked about the trial. So Alex can't defend himself at the trial. He doesn't get a jury trial, by the way. She already decided he was guilty. And he's not allowed to even defend himself because now he also doesn't get his First Amendment anymore either, right? He's not allowed to do anything. They're not allowed to talk about it. So now she brought Owen on just to chastise him. Hey, fuck you, you stupid fucking Texas cunt. How about that? I'm so fucking sick of this fucking bullshit. Regardless of whether you think what Alex did was gross or not, you have every right to believe it was, right? But you're still allowed to be wrong on the internet. I'm sorry, but you are.
This is a very easy fix. Ready? Royce, ask me what I think about Alex Jones.
What do you think about Alex Jones?
I think, frankly, all that misinformation he spread about Sandy Hook and what he did to his parents is just fucking disgusting. And I could just never support him, and I'd never buy any of his products. Mm-hmm. And I personally won't have him in my home.
You're right. He should go to jail. Let's make sure he goes to jail.
Wait, what?
I am making sure.
That's not what I said, though.
Yeah, you said he's a terrible person. Terrible people go to jail.
No,
vis-a-vis
they don't
Alex
actually,
Jones.
by and large.
Okay, well,
if terrible people went to jail, then there'd be no people to man the jails.
If terrible people went to jail, Alex Jones wouldn't be here because he wouldn't have a show because there'd be no terrible people to talk about.
It's a good point. There's no more pedophile islands.
God damn it!
They locked up the bakers in 2008. I got nothing to be angry about.
Harrison, pull up a Brendan Schaub video. He just starts doing commentary videos on comics now.
It just cured pediatric cancer. He's just like, there's nothing left to. Imagine Alex Jones doing a show where all he reads is good news.
It'd be amazing. I would watch it. Yeah.
Oh my God, we colonized Mars. We got water up there, damn it. He's just screaming about it, all happy.
Yeah. Sorry, this judge is chastising people.
And at the trial? And all inform you that you were under the rule? So is that a no? Did he have a conversation with you about being under the rule?
I'm sorry, but pause.
Mm-hmm. So it's his responsibility. It's
That's
the defendant. It's the defendant's responsibility to tell other people around him that they're not allowed to. That's not. How is that even fair?
That doesn't even work. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Between the summary judgment and between the way this judge is needling them, there might be grounds for an appeal here. I'm not saying it would be successful.
Yeah.
But if I'm Alex, I want to take this trial to every court that'll have it.
Like when we had him on, I mean, I'm sure you're the same thing. Like I didn't purposely ask him about the trial on purpose because I know he probably wasn't going to allow to talk about that. Him specifically, right? So I'm like, I'm not even, whatever. Because the last thing I want to do is fucking get him in trouble, you know?
Plus, we don't have Alex Jones on to get gotchas.
No, of course
We're
not.
usually like, no, come on. We don't really do that with anyone on this show. We always bring them on and go, just come on and hang, dude. Let's shoot
Except
the
that
shit.
Harrison Smith guy.
Fuck
I'm
that
getting
guy.
him on, Harrison Smith on again to call him a weeb. You'll see.
You know
I'm
what?
doing
Bring
a
Harrison Smith on.
whole expose.
Let's get Harrison Smith on next week.
We are. You know what, Harrison? We're going to get
dress
you
him
on.
down.
We're dressing you down, buddy. I've seen all the fucking anime you watch, bud.
Did you know that you weren't supposed to talk about it? Harrison?
Yeah, Mr. Smith, if that is your real name.
Mr. Smith, I must ask, do you have any aliases? And he's like, no, Your Honor. Then I'd like to direct the court to this document here in which he's referred to as Gusto Montgomery.
Which one is it, Gusto?
He told me I am not to watch any other witness testimony.
Did he not tell you you weren't to speak with any other witness?
I don't believe so.
Did he not tell you you weren't supposed to discuss anything that happened in this court?
Did you tell him? I'm sorry. Is Owen also not allowed? So because his boss is in trouble, Owen's not allowed to talk about it. I'm sorry. I feel like this is a fucking kangaroo court, right?
Did he tell you that you're supposed to wash your hands when you go to the bathroom?
No, I'm an adult. I would be weird if
Did
he
he
did.
tell you not to get in the pool if you've just eaten after a half hour?
Ma'am, I'm 35 years old.
You're going to get a cramp.
No, ma'am.
Move to strike.
Strike what? There's no judges here. There's no lawyers here. It's just you. What do you want from me? Why am I here? No, honestly, if I'm Owen at this point, I'm like, what am I even doing here?
Owen's like, between this and January 6th, man, I just want to go home.
Yeah, seriously. Just fucking leave me alone.
Courtroom during the trial.
No.
Okay. Any further questions on this topic only? Any other questions in this topic? And be careful.
Be careful, because, fuck you. I do whatever I want.
PM?
I believe so.
And what time were you on film?
6 p.m.
And did you discuss any of the witness testimony from the day or hear anything about any of the evidence that was presented in the case?
No, I don't believe so.
Have you had any other show appearances this week with Mr. Jones?
I posted on Monday and Tuesday, and I believe that's it.
So you weren't on the show yesterday?
No.
Okay. Were you on the show today?
No.
All right. And these are all available online, right?
Yes.
Yeah. By the way, not from lack of you guys trying to make sure they're not. Can we start with that? These are all available online. I don't know, man. Only because they're paying for this service. And by the way, what if it's not available online? What if tomorrow they decide on their fucking website they want to delete an episode? Because the problem is that you can't just keep adding stuff, future stuff into this trial and saying you're not allowed to delete that either. And anything you say in the future, you're also not allowed to delete. And you're never allowed to fucking do anything ever again. All you could fucking do is what we tell you to do, because because our system is so fucked up that school shootings happen. We're going to put it on one guy who had a theory out there, because that's all we have. These are the people that are getting fucking. Alex Jones is the guy that's getting in trouble for this shit, all right? Not the fucking pharma companies that are fucking making kids do this shit, and not the terrible school teachers that are molesting these kids into school shootings. Not them. Not fucking them, though. The guy who all of you said is crazy, who's basically the National Enquirer, but now all of a sudden what he's saying is super serious. Fucking hate. This is such a fucking joke.
That's it. But that's what I've been saying from day one. This whole trial has made it like to where the way they present it, you'd almost think that Alex Jones shot all those kids.
I know, and that's exactly
right.
the point.
You're just you're like, I don't know, Sandy Hook, something, Alex Jones. I think he shot a bunch of kids. I don't know. How is that man allowed to even be in public?
By the way, again, this isn't whether you think what he said was dumb. I'm not even talking about that. But should this guy be financially responsible for his freedom of should be held financially liable because his freedom of speech? A defamation, by the way, which a jury didn't even fucking decide. This fucking fat bitch judge decided. Jesus fucking Christ. Everybody's this fucking, everybody wants to be a vigilante warrior, you know? All of these people, what he did was gross. I can't believe it. And even though, you know, we're only going to go after him now because we need to make sure that YouTube and Twitter and all these places were justified in their reason for kicking him off. By the way, when was this? When was the Sandy Hook thing? When did he say it? Was it 2000? Let's see here. 2012. So 10 years ago. But now we're going to come back to it. Whatever.